everyone. Finally, we can tell everyone about yulife. We've been around for 14 months, but we've been keeping ourselves under the radar. But the last 3 weeks, we actually had our first event last night, which went very well. We had about 70 people come. So I'll tell you a bit about what we're doing. Also, the giraffe is the animal with the biggest heart, and we're all about love and really spreading the love. So just the team quickly, we have 5 co-founders. We're now 27 people. We are in Camden Town. Sammy, who's here in the middle, he was the ex-CEO of Vitality Life when they started. I worked for a South African insurance company for 20 years, and actually by training, and so quite a senior team. We all the other guys are Jewish. I'm the only non-Jewish guy around, which was quite an interesting for me as well. Just around, so it all started in RGA. Actually, the brand started with them as well. They invested in us. We will do our PR about who invested in us and so on in about a month's time. We actually got seed investment about a year ago already. And AIG is our carrier. So 2 big brands that are backing us. How does this thing? So I'm just going to, there's quite a few slides that I just want to run through quickly, and then I'll get to what we are doing and why we're doing. So the problem with insurance is this. So last night we were looking at Apple's launch. And as you know, people are standing in a queue. Probably last night they were standing in a queue to get the new iPhone or the new iWatch 4. But people are not standing in queues to get insurance. And why is that? Typically, insurance is a product that gets sold and not bought. And that is one of the things that we really want to change, is to get people really to buy what we want and really to love what we have. Also, insurance has got an image problem. Typically, it's a very complex product. Most people just put insurance into their drawer, and when you die, the people that are behind actually benefit from it. How can we actually get people to benefit from it while they are still alive? And there's also a lack of trust in the financial services industry, and insurers have been trying to change that. There's a lot of new regulations coming in, TCF, and trying to get people to trust insurance companies, but there's still a lack of trust in transparency. So life insurance currently, in our view, is really death insurance. It's not really life insurance. Life insurance is when you give someone something while they're alive, and it's totally dead, this market. So the problem with humans is also, from a life insurance perspective, we only die once. It's a lot more difficult to track humans and to actually track their behavior and change their behavior over time. But we live every day, so how can we actually benefit people on a day-to-day basis? We also know that historically, insurance companies have used underwriting practices that's been around for 250 years or even longer, and it hasn't really changed dramatically. And there's a lot of new data available where we can actually change that process dramatically, and no one is really using that. So if you can see here, our genetic predisposition has about a 30% impact on mortality, but behavioral patterns has got a 40% impact on mortality. So currently on underwriting, we only look once at someone and never again after that. There's a big change in business models. We've seen insurers moving away. Either they become a commodity where they just have products in the market and they're just pushing product, or they get to a model where they actually start to create what we call this holistic insurer, where they're not just providing product. And I'm sure Vitality is one of the big examples out there where they've actually started to provide a lot more than just the product to their consumers. And that is really giving them, I'm South African as well, and the Vitality used to be part of our group that I worked for, and we distributed their product. So I've seen the whole growth of them, and their results came out yesterday. It's really phenomenal as well. But we believe in that model where we actually put the customer at the center, and we look at what are the values or the needs of the customer. This is the model that I worked for a multiplier in South Africa, and we created this model where we're based on how healthy you are, and we track you through wearable devices. We actually give you different discounts on your insurance product. So these are some models that are already available, and Vitality is the other model which is quite widely available. So I've got a lot of experience as well in this model of linking your lifestyle to your actual mortality rates. So currently the underwriting model is looking at a few factors that we know, but in future we believe there's a huge amount of additional data that currently people are not looking at. And how can we change the model so that we start to look more realistically and not just once off but over time. Last night Apple launched their new 4 series, which actually has a FDA approved heart rate ECG on the wristband. So the data that's available is just becoming more and more and better and better. In 2009 in South Africa, we actually launched that pedometer there, which is like less than 10 years ago, which was a USB downloadable pedometer. So you can just see how phenomenally things have changed over those years. We struggled to get Garmin to share their data with us, and now you can get all the data from Apple Health Kit and Google Fit. And there's a lot of aggregators around. So it's just so much easier nowadays to actually track and monitor people's behavior. And in the future, all these things, I'm sure, is just going to be built into us. We all know about the quantified self. There's been a big increase in trying to quantify yourself and measure yourself. And all the apps available, there's currently about 1,300 new health apps that's being launched every month, which also makes it very confusing for people. So what we don't want to do is just launch another health app. So what we've also done is we've looked at 20 years ago, I also worked in London for a year, and in the trains at that stage, everyone was reading this. At the moment, this is what's happening, and most of them are playing these games. So it's not just business that's going on; it's actually playing all these games. This Golf Clash is my favorite. I'm hooked on that one, and my kids are hooked on Fortnite, and I decided to join them now as well, so that I can actually play on their level with them. And we've also seen in the games it's a huge increase in revenue as well in mobile gaming. And if you look on the App Store, the revenue of games is like multiples, more than the revenue of any of the other apps on the App Store. We also see that games, currently 21,000 new games being launched on a monthly basis in the App Store, which is like really, really massive. And here you can see the lifestyle apps is 2,200, and the where is health and fitness, 1,206, and that was more than a year ago. So we all know about this game mechanics, so you can either use it for people's benefit or to their detriment. And what we are trying to do through what we have designed is to really use this mechanics to build something that which actually change people's behavior. So what have we done? So our mission is to empower people to take care of themselves, and we also have a much more holistic view around well-being. So it's not just about physical well-being. We want people to be physically, mentally, and financially well. So that is what our mission is. And we also believe in small steps. So what we're focusing on is currently all of us have this in our pocket, and this can track a lot already. So we're focusing on really trying to measure the things that people are already doing. We're not replicating what's available out there. We want to protect people. We want them to inspire them to be the best you they can be. And we want to reward them for being the best you they can be. That's really what our philosophy is. So what we've done is we've created this app, and I'll show you the app after the presentations later. A very engaging app, and we see really, really high engagement. We've been in the market now with our beta, and we've actually launched about 5 weeks ago to actual customers. We've got about 17, 18 employee groups that have actually bought our product. And we've seen really, really high engagement compared to any of the other apps in the market. And then also the return back to our app is very high. So we've created this U-Coin. For every mile that you walk, you earn 1 U-Coin. We've also done a deal with Calm, the meditation app. So you get Calm for free, and every time you meditate, you get U-Coin. And we're busy building a lot more integrations into our game, where through healthy activity, looking more holistically around your wellness, you will earn more and more U-Coin. And then this U-Coin can be exchanged for our rewards. So if every mile that you walk, you can get 1 Avios mile. So you can actually build up air miles as well. And on Eat, if you do a streak, you can get a free smoothie a week. So we're busy building this whole. Okay. ASOS is one of our partners, so we've really built a whole suite of partnerships. And on Money Hub, they provide a tool for you where you can actually track on your budget and your income statement. So, and we will more and more integrate with them as well, so that if you look after your financial wellness, you would also be rewarded with Ucoin. The other thing we've done is we've partnered with people that are well known out in the market. Dr. Chatterjee is one of our, he's a doctor in the house, so he was the BBC doctor in the house, and he brought out this book called The 4-Pillar Plan. Everything that we do is built around the 4 pillars, which is getting people to move, eat, and sleep and relax. Then Deliciously Ella, you'll probably know, she's got a big blog following. All her energy balls are in Starbucks and everywhere, so quite well known. And Shamash has written this book, The Mindfulness for Dummies, and just around the corner in Camden, where we are based, he's got this Museum of Happiness, where we sometimes go and just play and be happy and take the staff there. Our product really is, what we've done is, we know that subscription models are really exploding at the moment. So we've kept it very, very basic. You get a subscription to yulife. At $7.99 a month, you get basic accidental death cover, and you've got your wellness app and our rewards packaged into that. We find that this is very, very popular with particularly larger companies at the moment. Wellness is a big theme currently, and particularly companies that have group life already takes this option. Then this one is full life cover. Currently 94% of SMEs don't provide life cover to their staff in the UK. So that's our big target market with this product, where you get full life cover based on your age and some questions that we ask you. We've also now recently, we're launching this UDoctor, which is a virtual GP service. So basically ULife, our entry products, will just be the starting point for quite a number of other products that we will launch around that. This just shows you we've got a full digital new business journey. So everything is digital online. The employer can load their employees online and manage their employees online, actually invite them to become ULife members. We've got this employer online journey. So every employee you can actually see on your dashboard, and you can invite them or take them or remove them. Everything is digital and online. This is it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for you to do your underwriting questions, all through our app or through our website. Very, very slick and co-developed with RGA. And this just shows you our employee portal. And this is the app, which we will show to you a bit later. It's really, there's no other insurance that's got an app like this. It doesn't look like an insurance app at all. There's nothing about insurance on this app. What we are building here is a game as well. So we've got in our initial launch, we'll have 50 levels, and then we're building 200 levels that you can go through. So as you get, engaged with us, you will go through all the different levels, and we're building game mechanics into all of those different levels. And then these are all the rewards partners and our Ucoins that you're earning. And what we've also now building is this, which is really great for companies, is a leaderboard where you can actually see how everyone else is doing and compare that with, with how you're doing. And you can compare the Ucoins earn and also currently steps. And we will expand this leaderboard to then include. So this is very, very popular with HR consultants over the HR of the company currently. So really it's just, win-win for everyone. We win by actually helping your employees to become more productive, engaging, and then also a win for, it's also quite tax efficient. We've created it a very tax efficient structure where the policy, there's no tax paid by the employer or by the employee on the product. So that is us. So it took a bit longer than expected.
Thank you very much. Brilliant presentation. Should we just see, do we have any questions?
Hi, I'm Mauro, P27. I was wondering if a company signs up to this app, to the scheme, do the employees working for that company have to do an opt-in or out, or because I can see some potential issue because you're ranking them the way they behave. So that is sort of like quite private information that HR then can play with. So
yeah. So before they can go onto the leaderboard, we only give anonymous data to the employer, but on the leaderboard you have to opt in. So it's not everyone is not automatically on the leaderboard.
Yeah, Carol Slavin. 15 quid subscription. How much of life cover would it buy?
It depends on your age.
For old man. No country for old man.
So just as an example, I get about 40K. I don't know how. No, this is for life cover. Full life cover. At my age, and I'm a non-smoker, my BMI is still okay, and I don't have any medical issues. But someone around, say, 25 will get about 350K for the same amount. And then we're also launching in the next month a top-up provision so that you can actually top up for your employee. Either the company can fund it or the employee can top up for what they need.
Really good. Thank you very much. Thank you.